All right, on to example 4. We have this equation, 4 over n plus 7 has to equal 3 over n minus 2. So we're going to keep using those same strategies again. If you have a different way of solving these that you can figure out what n is supposed to be, use your methods. If you were like, no, I got stuck, these methods will always work. So same idea. I have a fraction is equal to another fraction. I don't really like working with fractions, so I want to change this. So I'm going to take this denominator and move it to this side of the equation so that I no longer have a fraction on this side. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take this denominator and kind of move it to this side of the equation. So again, I'll no longer have a fraction on this side. So let's just do this one first. The opposite of, right now we're dividing by n plus 7. So if I move this, the opposite of dividing by n plus 7 is multiplying by n plus 7. So over on this side, I would now have 3 is being multiplied by n plus 7. Now, at the same time, let's get rid of this. I don't want this to be a fraction anymore, so let's move this over to this side. And again, same idea. The opposite, right now we're dividing by n minus 2, so the opposite of dividing by n minus 2 is we're going to multiply by n minus 2. So over here I still have the 4, and now 4 is being multiplied by n minus 2. So again, for me, the reason I like to do this is because now, notice I don't have fractions anymore. By moving this here, now there's no more fraction on this side. By moving this here, so I've gotten rid of those denominators, and now we have equations which you guys have actually solved before. So if I look here, 4 times n minus 2, my next step to solve this is getting rid of those brackets. So 4 times n gives me 4n. 4 times a minus 2, positive times negative gives me negative. 4 times 2 gives me 8. So now I've gotten rid of the brackets on this side, and this equals, and same thing over here, we're just going to get rid of the brackets on this side. 3 times n gives me 3n. A positive 3 times a positive 7 gives me plus 21. So now, good, we got rid of brackets. Now my next step is let's get our variables together. Right now I have variables on this side, variables on this side. I'd like to get my variables together. So let's move this 3n over to this side of the equation. So I'd have 4n. The opposite, this is adding 3n. When I move it over, I'm going to subtract 3n. Minus 8 is still here. And now on this side of the equation, since I moved that 3n over, all I'm left with is 21. So this is great. We now have our variables together. 4 n's, take away 3 of those n's, leaves me with just 1 n. Minus 8 equals 21. And now final step, I want to get n by itself. So I'm going to move this 8 over. The opposite of minusing 8 is adding 8. So n equals 21. Plus 8, n equals 29. So my conclusion is that n has to equal 29. So next video, we'll actually check this answer. We're going to plug in n. So I recommend you do that before starting the next video. We have figured out that n is 29. Let's plug n into this equation and confirm that this side equals this side. So spoiler alert, that's what's going to be happening in the next video.